Our plans are made, all orders given. The enemy waits beyond the grove. Our men are briefed, home letters written. No details left to beat the foe.
I am Major General R.N. Bhalla, a twice decorated soldier with UYSM Uttama Yuddha Seva Medal and a Vishishta Seva Medal. I was commissioned into 6th Jat on 8th of June 1958, and I subsequently was lucky to command the same battalion. After having commanded the same battalion, I went abroad as MA to Indonesia, came back and was operations staff officer at a divisional headquarters. From there I took over command of a brigade. Then I went and did the NDC, posted to the army headquarters, and finally I commanded 54 Division in Sri Lanka, northern part of Sri Lanka. And from there I came to Delhi and was part of the National Security Guard as their Chief of Operations. I fought the 71 war as a staff officer in an independent brigade headquarters, and I was BM of an independent brigade group, and we were located at Trivandrum. From there, before the war, we were moved to a place called Kishannagar near Siliguri, and we became part of 33 Corps as the Corps Reserves. On 7th of December, we were released to the 20 Division to lead the advance, and the task given to us was to cut Pakistani 16 Infantry Division to two halves by advancing to a place called Pirganj and capturing it. As we were approaching our target, our leading squadron commander radioed back to me to say that he is seeing a convoy of flag cars moving on the road ahead, which is about 1,000 meters away. What do? I said, shoot. He shot the last vehicle of the flag convoy, and all the occupants of that convoy, they went into the sugarcane fields. At that stage, we didn't know who all were there in that convoy, but since it was 4-5 vehicles, we thought some commanders were there with flag cars. And ultimately, we came to know that GOC 16 Infantry Division of the Pakistan Army was part of that. So we went and occupied the area with our leading battalion, 2nd, 5th Gurkha Rifles. And the moment I got this news of having shot one of the vehicles and it having been vacated by the occupants, I spoke to the commanding officer and asked him to send some patrols to get hold of these people. By this time, what happened was a battalion less 2 companies of the Pakistan Army, they had got a signal saying that GOC 16 Infantry Division captured. And that signal was picked up by me, that signal was picked up by the division, and the signal was picked up by the Corps headquarters also. So this message went right up to the Prime Minister, GOC 16 Division captured. The next morning, we got a message from Delhi saying that GOC 16 Division has been captured. Please make sure that no harm is done to him. So we had not yet captured the GOC, though of course we were searching for him. In the meanwhile, what happened at about 11 o'clock, the Pakistani battalion led by their commanding officer came for the rescue of the GOC, and without realizing that we were already sitting. So our boys challenged them and a firefight took place. In the firefight, the commanding officer of the battalion, I think it was 4 Frontier Force, was killed. And the moment their battalion commander was killed, they ran away from them. And of course, we lost one officer in that firefight and one officer was wounded. In the morning, when we went to the jeeps, we captured the completely marked maps of the whole division. And subsequently, we worked on those maps only. Unfortunately, it was not possible for us because of the fog of war to search for the commanding officer, but we subsequently came to know that it was a GOC 16 Infantry Division who was in that convoy, Major General Nazar Hussain Shah, along with 2 brigadiers and his complete staff. Anyway, after the war, we were told by General Nazar Hussain Shah when he surrendered to us that your patrols came close to us. We were hiding in the sugarcane fields, but they never entered into the fields. And suddenly we saw them rushing back when the firefighting took place. So that is the fog of war, where until and unless you know exactly where the chap is, it's very difficult to find, especially full-grown sugarcane fields. So thereafter, the brigade advanced towards Bogra, and finally on 13th, 14th night, we captured Bogra. The historic event of capture of Bogra is that 511 Gurkha Rifles, which was the leading battalion, which attacked short of Bogra and captured the battalion. And that's the first time the Pakistanis told us that they saw the khukri being used by the Gurkha boys. And they said कि सब हाथ बाहर निकालो तो हाथ कट जाता था, सिर बाहर निकालो तो सिर कट जाता था. That is the kind of situation that was created by 511 Gurkha Rifles and the 2nd, 5th Gurkha Rifles. On the morning of 14th of December, we started getting signals and indications that the Pakistani army wants to surrender to us. And finally we got a message, because the Pakistani used to come onto our net, radio net, quite often, and they used to start abusing all of us. So this portion of their coming onto our net we used as Raivor also. Between me and one officer from the divisional headquarters, Captain Kutoch, who retired as a general subsequently, we were the 2 ones we were trying to tell them on every second moment that please surrender. If you want to go back to your own country and be with your families, it's best for you not to die but to surrender to us. Possibly that had some effect on them, and on 14th morning we started getting indications that they want to surrender. On 18th of December, the General Officer Commanding of 16 Infantry Division came to surrender to us. Now, about this battle, I would like to say a word about my brigade commander. My brigade commander was Brigadier Bakshi Joginder Singh, a Mahavir Chakra, which he got during the Battle of Bogra for leading the men from front. He is one man, one of the finest field commanders the Indian Army has produced. He was never seen in the headquarters. He was always with the leading battalion and the battalion commander giving him instructions. Though of course he was not interfering with his command, but he always guided there without worrying for his safety himself. And it is for this reason that he was awarded the Mahavir Chakra. I'll give you what Sam Manekshaw said about it. He said, if anyone, any soldier says he is not afraid of war, either he is telling a lie or he is a Gurkha soldier. The threat of war is always there, and everyone is afraid of it, afraid of dying. But when you get into it, you just forget everything. Your basic aim at that time is to defeat the enemy. So that is the psychology of Indian soldier. Indian soldier, well, as Manekshaw said that everyone is afraid of death, so is everyone. But when you are in actual war, you are not worried about anything. You only worry is that I must go. If and achieve the task which has been given to me. As far as Operation Pawan is concerned, that is the code name given to our operations in Sri Lanka. The Indian Army had to send the Indian peacekeeping forces there. Once we were there, we were given orders to, since the LTT militant leadership refused to lay down their weapons, we were given the orders to disarm them forcibly. Now, initial battles we fought the conventional way. We went and captured Jaffna, we came back. But suddenly the LTT realized that fighting a conventional war with the Indian Army was not in their favor. So they resorted to guerrilla warfare. And once they resorted to guerrilla warfare, we had to redeploy our forces in the area. Initially a brigade, then a division, and subsequently we had almost 4 divisions there, operating whole of northern Sri Lanka, where the LTT was effective. Now once the guerrilla warfare started and we started carrying out anti-guerrilla operations in that area, the things became both difficult for the militants as well as difficult for us, because the militants had, the whole population of that area was with them, and they had minute-to-minute intelligence, whereas we had no hard-time intelligence with us. As a result of that, we did suffer few casualties, notwithstanding the fact that we were able to eliminate a large number of militants also. Now, this thing was going on and it was getting long-drawn battle, and the government of India decided that it was not being to their advantage. So, we were given orders to come out of Sri Lanka. I would like to quote a Tamil brigadier of the Sri Lankan army whose brigade was quarantined under my command. He one day came and said to me, "Sir, our fox has foxed your Prime Minister." I asked him as to why do you say that? He said, "Sir, our Prime Minister, Jayawardene was the Prime Minister, Sir Rajiv Gandhi was our Prime Minister." He said that, "Sir, our Prime Minister has foxed your Prime Minister and made you fight his own battle." As a result of that, once we got deployed, he withdrew all his troops, and he was having insurgency in his own southern part of the country. He was able to eliminate that insurgency. And since we were not achieving much and the LTT was not prepared to surrender, the government of India decided to withdraw, and we did withdraw. And the unfortunate part is fighting, as in the words of the Tamil brigadier, fighting someone else's war. We lost almost 2,000 officers and men in that war. This is the message I wish to give to the citizens of this great nation. An Indian Army soldier joined the Indian Army not to die for the country, but he joins the Indian Army to ensure that his evil enemy's soldiers die for their country. And in ensuring this, if he is martyred, then I would say that the citizens of this country and his family should be able to say with pride that he laid down his life for the security of the Indian Constitution and the security of this nation. Therefore, my prayer to the citizens of this nation is, please respect and honor a soldier, because he gives his today for your tomorrow.
The enemy fires from every side. Follow me, I hear me say. Through smoke and fire we turn the tide. stagger forward and force our way. The foe is vanquished and put to flight. We have them dancing to our tune. Their departure is a welcome sight, a mute witness of crescent moon.